Hello! It's your friendly neighborhood quantum sheriff. Alrighty. Hey you guys, what is going on? I'll try to talk louder. I know when my data device is facing me from the camera, it gets a little bit quieter. And I still, man, I have so many things that I want to do too, so trying to all organize it in my head and get the time and the energy and just kind of do it. So yeah, I know it's been a long time since I made a video, and really kind of after posting my last video, the last few weeks have been somewhat intense for me, and I haven't been able to make any videos. I really haven't been able to really see other people's videos either. I've been really, truly involved in my own personal life. And I'll share it here, you know, might as well, with the rest of the world, but I'm dating somebody. That's kind of what it is, you know? And this is really exciting for me because, just on a personal note, I am divorced. I'm a rather romantic type of person, and it's just really great because I feel like in so many different ways, and I don't know if the sun's making me look shitty and whatnot, but in so many different ways, this is like everything that I've dreamed for, everything that I've asked for, and I know it's an initial stage kind of a thing. We haven't met each other physically yet, but we've talked about a lot. And we've video chatted, and we've talked for hours on the phone, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And so yeah, just meeting someone else who's like me is really powerful, you guys. And you know, she might be viewing this too, and if she is, you know, awesome. I'll drop you her name if she allows me, but I haven't really told her. Well, I just let her know recently. Like through a message, probably about 5 minutes ago, that I make YouTube videos. So I'm just a really honorable type of guy, so I don't want to mention her name or anything about that until you know, I basically get her permission to do so. But I just wanted to kind of put that out there. It's been awesome. It's been way awesome, and she knows that stuff's up in the world. She seems really intuitive. Just beautiful. Everything that I've ever asked for, and you know, we're operating from the lines that we're soulmates. You know, and until something else happens that kind of shows us that that's not true, or there's going to be problems or issues, or I don't know, just stuff happening, then let's do this. Yeah. So that might be why I'm kind of energetic. However, I am also getting over some kind of cold, some kind of thing, just big nasal. You know, if anybody else has been experiencing that, interesting, because it's just been not debilitating, but just very heavy. And this is one of the first days that I actually sound like myself again too. So let's see about time. 3 minutes, right on. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Woo! So much to talk about, you guys. So much. I feel like well, okay, so let's go down this road too. This person that I just met is aware that the world is different than it's been portrayed as, but I don't think she is let's just say I know more, and I don't mean know more, but it's just like I've done digging and I've realized that it's really not what it's been portrayed as, like to the nth degree. So I'm probably more like a good way to put this is just the people in life who are more uncertain of the actual format of the world are probably in a better position than the people who think they know how the world is and how it works. Because it's like a limitation. I know I call myself the quantum sheriff, right? And that's like the possibility police, and I use it, really jokingly, but we all have a quantum sheriff within us, and that what that means is just like we get to choose to entertain possibilities or not. And in the process of doing so, we're creating our reality in a very, very, very real way. Just by entertaining certain possibilities, you're creating a different life than if you didn't entertain those possibilities at all. And different things are going to manifest for you, right? Or for an individual like me, for anybody, right? And that can go in so many different ways, right? So, whew. Maybe just a small minor update, because I don't even know where to go other than just kind of what I've always been doing. This is about self-responsibility, you guys. I mean, I swear to God, it's just so easy. It's so easy. Well, okay, let me take that back. It's really, really simple. It's like stupid simple, but not in a derogatory stupid, but like just like it's just so simple. It's so simple. And it's probably at the same time one of the most difficult things to do, and it's why I think and I want to find a good name for them, because I don't like teaching, because teaching implies that you're stuffing a doctrine down people's throats, and I don't like masters because that seems like a master-slave type paradigm. So and I don't necessarily like gurus either, because nowadays that has the connotation of like a master too. So let's see this, and I might be getting wind in the microphone too. But the for lack of a better word at this point, right? The enlightened of the past always came back to this principle. And they have different ways of showing it and saying it, and they created different structures, different stories to support the same thing which I'm talking about. And in a very real way, I'm just creating a story about it too. And it's kind of interesting, because the way that I create my story is more of like a storyteller. So it's just like my personal story is viewed from the view of a storyteller. So the story that I've written is about storytelling. And on some levels, people could see that as like a scientific or atheistic point of view for reality, or even actuality, what we're living and what we're creating through right now. And yeah, so but see it from that perspective too. Even though I seem to come across sometimes as there's this grand format and everything, ultimately it's just a story. It's a story that I would say, yeah, it's a story that I've created. I've created it through my experiences, through talking about it, through contemplating it, and like bringing it forward into this world. So in many ways, what I'm kind of doing is starting a religion, is starting an idea, is starting some kind of new pattern. And at the same time, whoa, some wind. At the same time, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, so to speak. Even though I claim responsibility for this idea and I say that I'm creating it, I've drawn from several different sources. And those sources are, storytellers too, I guess is the best way for me to say it. And I prefer my story, but they're talking about the same thing. That's why metaphors, right? That's why the meaning of the story is so important, and why it's better to see it from that level. Because at least for me, when I see it from that level, all of the different religions, all of the different things have a new meaning. Rather than taking it literally, when taken from a metaphorical base, it grants a new insight. It grants a comprehension of massive scale, where there's more unity, there's more organization, there's more of a format for looking at our world, our reality, our construct, and not only making sense of it, but feeling peace with it. Knowing that everything has, in a very real way, a divine order to things. And if we get in alignment with this divine order, sweet. You know, that's pretty much, in my opinion, what it means to be enlightened at this point, is to be in the flow of this divine order, this divine structure. And that's really what it is. But at the same time, it has to be a choice. This isn't something which is going to, like, people who are, like, at this point in time within the world, sorry, more wind, just a little windy day, and I know that sometimes it gets the microphone and then it's just so I'm trying to find a good spot for that, especially with the lighting and everything. Let's check on time. We're getting up there already. And the choice is very interesting, because in order for a real choice to exist, there needs to be something to choose against, is another way to put it. And I'm not talking about something Machiavellian where you need an anti-agent in order to, you know, create doctrines. I'm not talking about, you know, manipulation, which I consider, you know, mental violence. What I'm talking about is kind of what's already happening. It's going on. I think it's been more of a subconscious, unconscious creation, and is not something which has been like, hey, this is the way that things are going to go. It's been more like a robotic automation kind of a thing, where, there's lyrics to a song that just, like, totally stand out to me, but I can't remember the song or the lyrics at the moment. So I'll just say my point of view on it, and it's that. Oh yeah, okay, it's right. It's the Muse song. It's the Muse song, "Knights of Sidonia," right? Come ride with me through the veils of history. I'll show you a god who falls asleep on the job. What? What? Because we're God. We're God, you guys. We fell asleep. We fucking fell asleep, and look at what we've been fucking doing. Look at what we do. When we fall asleep to who we are, it doesn't mean we stop creating. It means we create unconsciously. And that is the crux of what I'm talking about here, and the message that I not only want to live as an example of, but just kind of spread the message around. We are creators. We are creators to the nth degree, because we are God. We are God consciousness. And that is very important. That's very cool. That's very good. And unless you've done the work, you know, and I mean that in air quotes, kind of, but unless someone has studied these kind of things and let go, more than anything else, it's not about getting more information. It's about letting go of information. It's about letting go of patterns. And if someone has done the work to let go of the old patterns and the old things, you wake up. And in the process of waking up, it's this beautiful divine process. There's layers to it. That's why time exists. But I've also kind of seen and experienced people having like an extremely lucid moment. But these people have been, the best way to say it is that these people haven't done any work. They've been living their lives. Things are just fine, and I think it happens for a reason, you know. But not to say that it's anyway. That everything happens for a reason, and so these people, you know, just plodding along in their life, you know, thinking everything is the way that they've been told, and then they have this experience, and if you're not ready for that, a lot of the things that you haven't released are going to affect your energy, I guess, for lack of a better word. And imagine having the experience, I mean the feeling experience that you're God, right? That you are God, but you don't have any, you haven't released all those patterns. You don't, there's still this, there's still things blocking you from seeing that God in everybody as well, and in everything else. So you feel and experience yourself as God, but then there's like this trigger mechanism that makes it feel like you're in a dream. And so you start interacting with the people around you who are also God, but what's the word to say? But they're like dream characters. And so that's kind of scary, right? And so that's why I kind of implore people too. But and in those cases, I think those situations are used to awaken people on some level, shape, or form, or just like in my case, to show you, do the work, guys. Release it, release, forgive, untie, unbind. Lots of things, so many things that we hold to be true that are not, and even on a very real level of just self-inner chatter. Feeling unworthy, feeling less than, that even just holding that kind of thought in one's mind creates a pattern, and then that pattern would be created because we can't stop creating, okay? That's the biggest thing that I would espouse with maybe all of my messages, and why I act the way that I do is just like, the point is to be awake. Because if you fall asleep, it's not like you're going to stop creating. And the only one responsible for what you're feeling is you. You are making your own creation. And even if, right, this is a virtual world, let's just say that, it's a supposition per se, but at the very, and there's much evidence to support that, right? Mandela quantum effects, flat Earth type things. This is a construct, you guys. And so we need to see things from that level. And even if we're able to control and change and alter and create within the construct, there is free will. We all are interacting within this construct together. And that's kind of what I feel like I'm attempting to create, is a narrative, is a dialogue where we can all be creators. Well, essentially, the people who have let go, who are responsible enough, who are ready to be honest with themselves and stop blaming the world and outside perspectives for what they're feeling and experiencing, then we are the leaders. I mean, and there's no other way to say it. And it's not like I love that, that meme where it has the boss and he's sitting back and he's like, you go guys, let's move forward. And the people are pulling his chair, like slaves. And then there's the leader, right? And the leader is, right with everybody else, and he's pulling, and he's like, let's go ahead. And that's what I feel like a true leader is not somebody who's sitting in the back, in the armchair, doing the planning. Oh yes, I'm a 5-star general, I'm too important to be on the front lines. Fuck you, dude. And I mean that kindly, but I also mean that very really. If you think that you're more important than anybody else, fuck you. Seriously. You are just as important as everybody else. You are not less than, and you are not greater than. And we're all different. I get that. And you might have skills and assets and values and personality and all these things which other people may not have, but that does not make you better. It doesn't. It doesn't make you any better than anybody else. It just means that, right, you have those gifts. And then in that case, from my perspective, right, you have more of a responsibility to share those gifts and appreciate those gifts because you've been given them. All right, that's probably way long enough. Thank you. I'll start putting out more stuff again, and have a blessed. I was gonna say, all right, we can swear here. Have a fucking blessed day, you guys. Yeah, and more to come.